Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup. Tune into the show where the vibes heat up. The Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow. Start it right, let your energy flow. High takes rising like the morning brew. Fresh ideas and a laugh or two. From the first headline to your daily dose. This is the show where your spirit goes. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold. New ideas with the sunrise spark. Fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. Spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. With a sunrise spark, fuel for your fire when the world feels stark. We're spinning the tracks of your mental glow. Every listen's a hit on the Morning Mac Show. Oh, it's the Morning Mac, where the time don't lag. Get your inspiration packed in a casual swag. Sip it slow, feel the rhythm hit your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Your toes. Welcome to the place where the good vibes grow. Roll out of bed, bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride. No snooze, just choose to wake up bold. This is your hour, let your story unfold.
Grand rising to all my beautiful people out there. Hey, how y'all doing? It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. There's no sign of rain. I hope everybody up and jump into it. Man, I know what gets me up in the morning. It's my nice hot cup of joe with my little sea moss in it, my daily dose of sea moss. And when I read this book, Shades of Blue by A.M. Morning. Yes, it's a nice book to have on your nightstand, your coffee table, your bookstand. It's a nice book to add to your collection. It definitely is. Right along when you take your daily dose of sea moss, pick up early in the morning when you can't get to sleep or to quiet your mind down, turn to a couple of pages and read a couple of chapters. Ah, it's so refreshing, right along with that hot cup of sea moss to start anybody's day. Babe, it's Turn Up Tuesday, Stitches. I ain't gonna call y'all bitches because y'all, that's not what y'all. But it's Turn Up Tuesday, y'all. And we came here to party and turn up. Bam. Before I get into my camaraderie and all that stuff, get your Molly Mo's, Seymour's right there and your shades of blue. Boop, boop, boop. And your nice coffee cup. Boop, boop, boop. Hey, and for a limited time, 15% off. 15% off for a limited time when you buy both. Okay? And that's what you need to do. Go on down to the Molly Mall CMOS, DM that boy and get your CMOS sneeze and contact me for shades of blue. I got you on lockdown. Look, you can get a cup, you can get a nice sports mug, boom, boom, boom. Look, and it says the Morning Mac Show. While you drinking your CMOS lemonade or your CMOS iced tea when y'all there working out. Or you listen to Shades of Blue on your audio while you walking, Shades of Blues on the audio, and you carrying your CMOS in your hand. Look, I'm trying to help you. Brighter day, brighter day. That's what we're talking about. Turn Up Tuesdays, Turn Up Tuesday. Let's say good morning to the panel. Good morning to the people that's out there. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hey, there's Big Trey in the house. Good
What's up?
morning. Grand Rising, Grand Rising.
Molly, it's a must that you run that ad, that CMOS ad sometime today. It's a must that you put that joint up.
I gotta get it pulled up and put in my thing.
Oh, all right. Well,
yes, y'all put it in the link so we could get it going. That's
I'm talking about Molly's ad. I ain't talking about nobody else.
I gotta get it from the link. It was in the link, and I click it.
Oh, okay.
So I can when it's in the link, I can pull it up and click it because it's on.
Right.
I think IG.
All right.
Through that, and when the IG stuff and all Facebook, I can pull up from our thing, but when it's IG, I have to have it in the link so I can, look. I'm learning. Man, Trey, I almost cried yesterday because they called me about my eyes and said that I would not be able to go and get my injection today. And remember, I said my eyes look all cloudy. It's for May the 6th. That's another week. Is that next Tuesday, May the 6th?
I'm not sure. Hey, Theory.
So
when is May the 6th? Yeah, it's Tuesday.
This Tuesday coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, good, because tears was all in my eyes and stuff, and I was like, man, like I'm like, I can't wait another month. It seemed like such a long time away, especially when I need the clarity right now. But okay, May the 6th, and it won't even interfere with my show because it's at 1:45. So I can
What's
do
up,
my
Slicky?
show.
What's up, Jordan and Josh? Mr. John, shout. My bad. I wasn't even looking.
Everybody.
Just to let y'all know, Molly said he has a StreamYard issue, so he can't pull up comments. So I'll just, be sure to type whatever you want to say while we on the stream, and I'll read it. But he has a little system issue trying to pull up comments today, so it's all, I got to physically look. But I do see all of y'all in here. So what's up, y'all?
Everybody. Love you, love you, love you. So that's it dealing with my eyes. And y'all know I can't see shiznit with my eyes, especially when I'm in need of an injection. Ooh, I'm in need of all kinds of injections, Trey. Ooh, I just tell you.
Yeah, I told you my mom get them drinks too, so I feel for people that need to do that for their eyesight.
Yep. Yes, sir.
What we getting into today?
What we getting into? Okay, I got a couple of things we getting into today. Y'all remember last week when they did the women's empowerment? All of these women, they was like, "Oh, aren't you feel the power? You feel this?" No, I don't feel nothing. I don't, because I'm a real woman. I don't feel nothing because they went up there and came back, and a lot of other people share my sentiments exactly with the men. What do we do for the movement? Women have to treat each other with kindness and respect and help uplift each other. That's the movement I want to be a part of. I could care less about an elite force of rich people going up, coming down. I want to spread the love while we here amongst each other, right here. Oh my gosh. I'm burning up.
Oh, 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks,
So
May
hot.
6th.
Whew.
2 weeks from now, not next week. 2 weeks from now, May 6th.
2 weeks. Gosh. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if I come and y'all see me with a patch on my eye, it's because the left eye be pulling so much on the right eye. When I had both, so and I got 2 more weeks to go. So don't be calling me Popeye and patches and all that. I'm just letting y'all know now. Okay.
Lord, mercy,
Okay.
so remain shades of blue out of this bitch because you're gonna be some things if you come in this bitch with a patch. So hopefully it don't go like that. You're gonna be better put on some shades so you can still be shades of blue.
And I think I do got some shades, some look, I'll fix it up, I'll hook it up. Like
what's up, Kenny?
It's hot. I don't know what great rises to all my people.
Rich Rising on the Max Show.
When I was talking to people, they was like, "Don't you feel this? Don't you feel that?" Other females, I was like, "No." I said, "Show me love, respect, and you show your fellow females and the brothers love and respect. How you going to say, oh, don't you feel empowered? Don't you feel enriched? Don't you feel whatever? Because they went up in the sky, came down, and you still
Slicky
shiznitting on people. You still shotting on people. No, because you're still a nasty person and you got nasty energy, huh? And then you talk about the woman empowerment, empower what?
Well, so, Mr. John left a comment for you.
Yes, baby.
Not cutting you off, but I want to keep up with the comments so I don't get flooded by them. Mr. John said, Juanico throws the baddest women empowerment event. Oh, I'm sorry. Juanico throws the baddest women empowerment events in the state of Virginia. Her Mother's Day show on May 11th will be historical. He said, please announce it out loud.
Okay.
I'm not sure who Miss Juanico Brown is, but yeah, she has a women's empowerment event in Virginia. So it's a Mother's Day show. Fill us in on the information, and I'll verbalize whatever comments you have in the future, Mr. John, about Mr. Juanico's event. Go ahead, Reese. My bad.
Yeah. So women, we got to get together collectively in the right way. Celebrating them women going up in space and back, to me, that's not woman empowerment. Don't get me wrong. Let them do whatever they do, but for the rich elite, that's not woman empowerment.
No problem, just Mr. John.
When we got so many young ladies coming up, little girls, children, little girl, little boys, so many people that needs our nourishing as a mother, as a woman, as a sister, as the auntie, as a grandmother, as a cousin. That's woman empowerment, nourishing the next generation. You going up and down on a rocket. Woo! But anyway, enough of hearing my jargon about the rocket. What do y'all think about this person? What he said? Can y'all see it?
Not yet.
See that? Okay, I thought I had it in perspective.
It's coming up.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot the comedian name, Gaddafi or whatever.
Yes, that's my baby. Oh,
I heard Gayle King is suing people because of the what's up, Phoenix? Thank you for coming in. Yeah, she's like, I'll play. That's good. Yeah, I heard that Gayle is suing some network for slander about the whole space thing. So I didn't read an article about it yet, but I heard that she's suing somebody for slander about that, like they didn't go and all of that type of stuff. Play this, John. I like what he be saying. I like his takes on certain things. Play it when you're ready.
Okay, but I want to ask Louisa one question. Louisa, do you feel empowered by what they did last week, Blue Horizons?
Oh, with the to go on up for quote unquote 11 minutes, come back down.
I don't know why people feel that that's supposed to be woman empowerment. I just gave my opinion. Do you feel empowered?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
I just feel like they did something great for them, if that's what they, but no, I don't feel empowered by that.
Okay. Thank you. At least I know I'm not alone. Oh, okay. And this is my boy. And y'all all know Godfrey. I love me some Godfrey. I promise I do. Can y'all see him?
Yeah. They saw them. They took off the other day and went into space. Yeah. It was really funny, too, because Gayle looked very, very worried. What the hell did I get myself into? Everyone else is, yeah. Gayle King's like, Uh-oh, the hell no gene just kicked in. I have some doubts about this. And you guys know what I'm talking about. I have some doubts. I don't know. They were all made up and done well. And listen, when you look at people like Mae Jemison and all these astronauts that came before us, Sally Ride and all these great astronauts that came before us, they never had all the makeup and all this other shit on. They were like, you had to train to be an astronaut. That's what I thought. You had to go through certain procedures. Maybe they did. But something is bugging me about this whole trip because it was fast as shit, too. It was quick. I mean, they went into space, came right back down. It was too fast. When they're on the ride, they're taking photos of each other and look at me, they're still doing selfies. Even narcissism outside of the planet is bad. Yeah, look at us. If I was in space, I'd be in the fucking window like, damn, holy shit. And what happened to helmets? John Glenn, right, went to space in 1961 and he had a helmet on and all this other stuff. He had a helmet. They had suits on. These girls had like tight ass little cute NASA outfits on. And there was no head trauma, no from pressure. 35,000 feet on an airplane. You're like, yeah, dang. Ear pressure, babies are crying. You're like, shit, you got to stretch out, blood clotting. This is 35,000 feet. Terrestrial. They're extraterrestrial. Once you leave the fucking atmosphere, boom, extraterrestrial, right? If you're in space, I don't know. Something didn't look right about it. And even when they took off, he was far away. I know Oprah was crying and shit, but Oprah's good at drama. Hell, but something is looking a little off. That's all. You guys let me know. One small step for man, one giant leap for bullshit. Space, the final frontier. This is Captain Kirk, James T. Kirk. Log 525. We have a crew of women going into space. They are going to discover the mysteries of space. We've never had so many wonderful people in a capsule to check out space. They're going to bring their selfies. They're going to look at themselves and not actually space. So I want the people to tell me, as a captain of space who's been traveling all the way through with Dr. Spock and Bones, you all tell me if this is true or is it bullshit. Congratulations on that space trip. Gayle King and Katy Perry and Amanda Wynn, Jeff Bezos, all of them, you know, they took off the other day and went into.
Now that's our exact same conversation last week. That's just how I felt, just like young Godfrey felt, the same way. And I'm not seeing the significance or the relevance behind it, other than it's an amusement park ride and let them have fun. You know, it's for the rich and the elite, a new ride. But people was like, oh, they did something. They did. That's, to me, again, that's not women empowerment. To me, women empowerment is coming together to make this planet right here, explore this planet, make this a better place for the sick, the hungry, to shut in. Do your woman thing, and that is to love, to show compassion, nursing, and all of those wonderful feelings that make us this wonderful being that we are. Not looking in outer space and taking selfies or whatever they are. The significance behind that, I see futile. When we got so many people here, they're cutting food stamps for the hungry. They're cutting Medicare and Medicaid. They're cutting so many benefits. That money could be, I can't tell nobody to do with their money. But woman empowerment would be us as women helping our people. That don't matter if you're white, black, Puerto Rican, no, any color, every color, our people. Because we all need help across this big old spectrum and this big old globe that we call Earth.
I think your comment, Kenny. If you find it, I'll put it up.
So, you know, that's just, and this is just my opinion, not of the Morning Mac Show, but it's my opinion solely. I don't feel empowered. I don't feel this, or call this woman empowerment. You
Phoenix
guys
shouting, some other people say hey to you. Actually, all the people that are in here say hey to you when you came in.
Happy Tuesday, you guys. Hi. I'm on about 2 hours of sleep, so I'm trying to get. That's what took me so long to get in. I was like, I got to get it together.
I feel you.
I'm here. My opinion of it, I really don't have an opinion on them traveling because we all, well, those of us who have sense know the truth. What I have an opinion of is them trying to be classified as astronauts.
Oh,
I feel that is a disrespect and a slap in the face to those who actually went through the program, who actually had to do those months in the little machines where they flip you, dip you, twist you, pull you, push you, have to go in them chambers where there's no gravity, have to go through those training. Whether or not they actually went in space is questionable. But for those who actually went through the training, did all those things, had to experience all those things with their body, their minds, just going through all these processes, and you went into space, quote unquote, for a few minutes, and now you want to be an astronaut. No, that is very disrespectful, very slap in the face. That's like somebody
Mhm.
who all these years and they're electrician or they're a plumber or they're a doctor or they're a lawyer, and you go and flick the switch on, now you want to be an electrician.
Yeah.
You went with a band-aid on the knee, now you're a doctor. You know, it's a slap in the face. So that's what I feel about it. I think you had an experience, like you said, the field trip or whatever, which is great. You should be able to experience things. You spent that money. Hey, that's your money. But you don't have the right to try to put a title on yourself when you have not earned it.
Mhm.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. I agree. And I don't know if the women per se is putting it on them or if it's the news media that's putting it on them or the shout out. But like the Blue Phoenix says, they are no more an astronaut than I am a dove. You could be, look, I guess you could identify whatever you did, but without the credentials, child, sit down. NASA don't know your name. NASA don't know,
And
you
the
know.
thing, there are a lot. Oh, I'm sorry, Trey. Were you great to speak?
Mm-mm.
Okay, there are a lot of people who have worked in different fields that did not go to school or get certified for it. That's experience. That still outweighs what they did.
Mhm.
Experience in years and training outweighs you just going up somewhere and taking selfies. How in the world, if you went out in space, why are you taking selfies? Where's where's the equipment? You know, that I'm looking at these things like, this is why I don't watch the news. This is why, you know, of course I gotta read and get all, but I don't watch this stuff because they're stressful. They lie too much. It's just bandwagon propaganda, it's manipulation. I don't have time for it. It drives the emotions. Who's that?
This
Damien,
is
what?
Damian Seaman.
What's
And
going on?
Hi, Miss Althea. Hi, everybody.
yeah,
What's up?
it's too much. So I just choose not to watch it. I'll read it, but eventually. But I choose not to watch. It's just too much. It's too much.
Yeah. I choose not to watch it. I hear it and I have to report it because that's a little part of the journalism. But I try not to listen or hear too much, because then I would spend all day in fear and my mind would be corrupt. And I'm watching the news, which we all know is a bunch of propaganda, lies, and they mix the lies with the truth. They get some truth in it, but then there's a lot of misleading or misquoting quotes and stuff in there. So I listen to it to try to get what's going on in our area, what may affect us or impact us, and all of that, so I can report it back to you all. They say each one teach one, then all should know. And then right after they went up and they came down, I said, let me talk about that on the show. The same, because I was like,
Mr. John says SpaceX should put that camera on these homeless communities.
they would see a whole lot of aliens or stuff, people and stuff they ain't seen. Damien, we're talking about the shuttle that went up last week with the 6 ladies.
Yeah, the one that was done by Boeing, right? It wasn't SpaceX. It was Boeing.
Oh,
shit! Jeff
The ship that
Bezos.
looked like a dick. Yeah, the Jeff Bezos one. The ones that looks like
it does though.
Looks like a big old phallus, like a big dildo going up in the sky.
It does though.
Now, when I think about that, I think about, if people are willing to risk their lives and they got that much money to be that crazy, go ahead. I mean, I've seen too many of them just bust off, and I wouldn't want to be on that ride. It's kind of like Krista McAuliffe, the teacher back in the 80s when the shuttle blew up, the Challenger. The big joke was, what color were Krista's eyes? They were blue. One blew this way, one blew that way.
Oh, damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
That's terrible. That was a Krista McAuliffe joke, the teacher that died in the shuttle explosion.
And she went under months of training and all that other stuff. It wasn't no hoity-toity stuff that like they did last week. Kristen McCullough, rest in peace. That was sad. That would have been the first teacher. Everybody was like, "Yay, teacher out of space."
No, she was the first teacher ever to get launched. She was the first teacher ever to be launched.
Mm-hmm.
The civilian, and
that was the experiment.
And that was in the 80s.
You're right.
Years ago, that was in the 80s.
Happy Terrific Tuesday.
Yeah, like
the morning.
89.
I don't even remember, but
I'm sure they got off riding that big one. Y'all stupid.
That's what I was taking a moment to decompress and reflect.
If they spend that money to get on that ship, I'm sure that they're also spending to go through some type of a boot camp, and there's got to be some qualification process of some sort. But I guess if you got enough money, I think that's the way the world's going right now. If you got enough money, you can just go raid the White House if you want.
Mm-hmm. For real, though.
For real talk.
Definitely real talk. Was anything removed out the group? Because where was the other videos that I had? I sent it to the group yesterday had everything lined out, but some stuff is missing. I wonder, where did I send my stuff to? Oh, maybe it's right here. Boop. Let me see. Okay. There was a question. A young man came to me yesterday, right? And he asked me this question, and I'm going to give it to you all because I don't have an answer.
Where are the best places?
But I told him, I said I definitely would talk about it and bring it up on the show. You know, and this is his question to me, and I didn't have an answer for him, so maybe y'all can answer it. Can y'all see that?
Yes. Two guys up there.
Yeah, there you go.
To go to women to interact. Where are women in high quantities? They're in gyms, they're in shopping malls, they're in bars and clubs. And I think as a man, if you're a respectful, kind guy, this may, for a lot of men, this seems so far outside of the reality. I could never.
That CGI takeoff is crazy, Molly.
She gets to decide how long she wants to stay.
What's up, AQ? I see you. Good morning.
But it's your job to make the offer. You really have to do it. But shopping malls are a fantastic place. You can go to Starbucks. You can go to the gym. But here's the difference between a gym and a shopping mall or a gym and a bar club. Whenever it's a social circle, where it's more or less the same people all the time, which is true for the gym. It's true for the yoga class. It's true for the bachata salsa class, right? It's a house party. Your approach has to be more indirect. You do general socializing, and then when you meet somebody, you build it more gradually. Whereas if you approach a woman on the street, in a shopping mall, in a bar club, in the first 20 seconds, he has to understand what your intent is. Where are the best places to go to meet women, to interact?
Question. He asked me, where are the best places to go to meet women, to interact? And I was like, what?
That's not a hard question.
I'm not. You said it's not.
Not for me.
No, not at all.
I know the best place to go, Althea. I know.
Where is the best place to go to meet William? To meet William. To meet William.
Did you say meet William?
I keep saying William. To meet
women. I know. I don't want to go meet William. I mean, she's got to be really hot if her name's William.
Reese, I don't think you have us up on the screen. I think we're pulled down and we just see the background from what I see.
Oh, okay, let me fix it. Let me definitely fix that. I can fix it. I can see.
But the best place to meet women, in my opinion, is the grocery store.
Maybe it's my phone. I'll just refresh it. Oh, there it is. All right.
In my opinion, the best place to go meet a woman is at the grocery store.
Oh, you know what? That's why he asked me that question, because he got chewed out.
You can find the ones that got their own little basket, right? And they're just going to feed for themselves. And then you can find the ones that you can tell, you got a couple of kids or whatever. But the grocery store, man, you can see what they eat right up front. Ask them a couple of questions. And you catch them off guard, because nowadays most guys won't go sweat a chick up at the fucking grocery store.
Yeah, you're right.
You're expecting to go hit them club or whatever. But if you go to a woman and you got the balls to do it, you got the sack to go up and say, hey, you know what? You're beautiful. I just got to tell you, I like what you got in your basket. Can I get your number? You know, I mean, just try it. I mean, you're going to strike out 90% of the time like most men, but I mean, I think the grocery store is the best place.
Damien, that's what he did. That's why he asked me. He said the lady.
Who asked you?
The guy who gave me this question, who the topic.
Was he on you?
So he made the video, or it's the guy that just asked you where you meet women at?
No, he told me that the scenario, the story is that the guy that he was in the grocery store and he tried to approach this lady and she turned around and cussed him out and asked him, do you think I come to the grocery store to get picked up by men? I'm coming here to grocery shop. Why would you think I want to get picked up when I'm in the grocery store?
Who told you this story?
So he asked me, why you think I'm making it up?
You can always go down to the homeless shelter.
I'm just asking who told you the story. I mean, it's a simple answer.
I don't want to say. I don't want to put him on the spot.
Man.
But
go down to the homeless shelter.
And if he's out there and he's watching and want to reveal himself, who gave me the story and the topic, he could reveal himself.
What? So is he a non-minor? Isn't he above 18?
Yeah, they're grown. They're grown.
Okay, so who was it?
They got chewed out.
Okay, so what? Who was it?
I got chewed out at church out there.
If it's just a video, it's fine. But who was it?
No, I don't know the guy. It was a real story. A real person that got chewed out.
But they just walked up to you and action?
No, they asked me the question, where to go, and they told me the scenario, the story, what happened, and how, you know. And I was like,
my grandma always said go to church.
Grandma always said when it happened.
I was at home. They called me. They called me on the phone.
Okay.
So that
I met some pretty girls at the strip club.
Scenario, like, where is a good place to find women? You asking me about the source because if it's a good source or not.
No, I can ask about the source because I'm allowed to ask. I don't need to explain why I'm asking. I'm just asking because I wonder where this came from and who. Well, really, I wonder who this video is for because I don't know if the married men in here are looking for a partner.
No,
but
it was. I hope they ain't at the grocery store. Hope they ain't doing that. But
I'm trying to see how.
I'll see my kids
use this video.
I'll see. I can use my kids as an example. They met their significant others on the workplace.
That's actually pretty nice, as long as you can, keep everything straight while y'all dating or whatever. As long as it don't go sour.
Well,
as long as it doesn't go left.
It's appropriate because you spend time around that person. You get to know them a little bit ahead of time. You find out if they're a nerd, if they're, a jock or whatever, because people want to talk about themselves, especially at the workplace. But you can kind of, slow the whole shock and awe. Like if you're going to hit up Althea at the grocery store, hey, Althea, you're kind of hot. Let me get your phone number. What you hit me up at the grocery store for? Well, if you're at work, you're in a confined space. So you really got to, take the jabs because you're getting paid while you're getting hit on. So, that's a kind of like a safe environment. But, Grandma always said the best place to go find a woman is a church.
I ain't mad at that. Not cue the music. Shut up, Josh. La, you know why I say Slicky. Oh, he's 24. It was my coworker, right?
Online. Grocery store and farmers market. Dance classes. Volunteering. Personal development seminars. Yoga and Pilates classes. Co-working spaces.
At least they got a job.
And galleries. The gym. Networking events. Through friends. Here are the best 10 places to meet girls that aren't online. Grocery store and farmers market. Dance classes. Volunteering. Personal development seminars. Yoga and Pilates classes.
You got to be doing some of these things on the list to get caught. Whoever's a woman trying to get caught by a man. You got to be at one of these places. If you're not, then shut your ass up.
That aren't online. Grocery store and farmers market.
Oh, you think it's me? Oh no, I didn't.
No, you just called yourself out.
I didn't call myself.
Yes, you did, because I just said any woman who's looking for a man, you got to be at one of these places.
I'm laughing because it was for a man that's looking for a woman. The man,
yeah,
the boy wanted to know.
She got to be. Yeah, she got to be at one of those places. You got to catch a woman in one of those places. Yes, that's what I said.
No,
here's an ideal environment.
You said it was.
Here's an ideal environment you can pick up a woman.
Because it's not me. So, like I said, the person that want to reveal them.
Child already did to me as one of his friends. He said, I don't know if he lying or not, but he said it's. I mean, I don't know why you even withheld that. You could have just said it was one of Child's friends.
Because every time I say something or bring up something, y'all tear it down or think it's about me, and it's not.
It usually is, but I didn't say this. I didn't say this situation was at all.
See.
I told you, like I said just now, it usually is about you, but I said with this subject, it wasn't about you.
I know it wasn't.
Right. So stop applying it to yourself if I'm not talking about you.
I'm not applying it to myself.
You did. You just did.
That's women.
You just did.
Gotta be in places, women, to go there. And I'm like, I didn't say. I said the men looking for women, not women looking for men. But
you just said.
Give me a hard time today.
I'm not giving you a hard time. You are in your feelings about something because I never said nothing about it.
What about the drive-through?
Every time you bring up the topic, you might as well go ahead and play the video and move forward. Let's do that. Let's move forward and do that.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Listen.
Yeah. Go ahead. Move forward.
You missed what Trey was saying. He said
he jumped right on it.
Ladies, you have to, if you're looking for a man, you have to be in these places. He didn't say Reese. He said if you are looking for a man,
baby.
So this is about where to find men, but if you're not in these places, you can't be found.
It's not.
You said, "Well, not me, Trey." You think about yourself, which is why you said that.
I know,
it's on the male side, and
you just said you said child. The person you talking about was a guy that was talking about where can he meet a woman. I'm just talking about guys.
Hey,
the fuck are you talking about?
Okay. Keep it going.
Yeah, let's do that. Like I said,
it's getting ridiculous. You
want to talk about it? Would you like to discuss it?
Everybody always saying it's always Reese.
Here we go.
And you asked where it come from. You asked like you didn't believe that. Look,
I asked because I'm allowed to ask.
You are.
I'm allowed. I asked you because I'm a grown ass person who wanted to ask a question. So you deal with it or move forward.
But why didn't you ask me yesterday? Why you
about this? You didn't play this yesterday. You didn't play this yesterday.
I did put it in the group yesterday. Yes, I did.
I didn't watch it. I don't watch that shit ahead of time. I want to react at the same time everyone else does.
And I wrote in there under it what it was.
I don't look at that shit. Okay, let me explain something real quick. Let me just wrap this up. Since my phone is actually active, I actually get text messages. I actually get emails. I actually get notifications. My phone rings all day. I'm not looking at anything specific unless they send it to my inbox. I already told your ass that I don't watch videos ahead of time because I like to react when they do. I want to get the same reaction. I don't want a pre-assumption of what the video is. You clearly just tied the shit to yourself because I was talking about the women because it says women on the title, women in public. Women have to be these places. Apparently, if they don't want to get hollered at a grocery store, like Damien said, maybe they need to be one of these places is what I said. So you do insert yourself like you just did. You just inserted yourself. You just inserted yourself. And it was nothing to do with you.
Okay.
Right. Let's move forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move forward. I'll get them at the drive-through. Right. They're in a confined environment and they gotta answer questions.
Fuck is you on?
The podcaster, but it's just like damn.
Like damn what?
So hold on. We are on a show. Save it for afterwards.
No, ma'am. Because and the reason I'm gonna say this, Phoenix, I listen to everything you say. I did nothing wrong. I won't pretend on it. I asked a question about the video. She inserted herself, and she put herself out there. This video has something to do with her internal emotions, and that's why she stuck her neck out there to say something when I was just acknowledging the video. Everybody in the comments can see that. You can welcome to go back and watch it or whatever. But I didn't do nothing. I won't pretend like I did.
Hey, I like any woman.
100%. You're wrong.
I'm not saying you don't defend yourself. I'm just saying, we are,
Yeah, but I need your host to host. and not insert herself when I'm talking about a video that she's displaying. That's what I need to happen.
Insert it. I love that word.
Go with the video.
You know what, Damien?
Yeah,
I know.
Whatever you do not hit on them at the gym. This is a place you go to every day, so you don't want to make it awkward. Never hit on them at work. This is a place where you come back to every day. Respect it. When a woman is on her way to work, when you see her on a college campus, this is a good time to approach. A densely populated place is a perfect place to meet women. You can realistically meet women anywhere, even at grocery stores. You can also meet women at clubs and at fancy bars. They'll be there. Today, I'm going to be teaching you where to meet women in public. Whatever you do, do not hit on them at the gym. This is a place you go to every day, so you don't want to make it awkward. Never hit on them at work. This is a place where you come back to every day. Respect it. When a woman is on her way to work, when you see her on a college campus, this is a good time to approach. A densely populated place is a perfect place to meet women. You can realistically meet women anywhere, even at grocery stores. You can also meet women at clubs and at fancy bars. They'll be there. Today, I'm going to be teaching you where to meet women in public. Whatever you do, do not hit on them at the gym. This is a place you go to every day, so you don't want to make it awkward. Never hit on them at work. This is a place where you come back to every day. Respect it. When a woman is on her way to work, when you see her on a college campus, this is a good time to approach. A densely populated place is a perfect place to meet women. You can realistically meet women anywhere, even at grocery stores. You can also meet women at clubs and at fancy bars. They'll be there. Today, I'm going to be teaching you where to meet women in public. Whatever you do, do not hit on them at the gym. This is a place you go to every day, so you don't want to make it awkward. Never hit on them at work. This is a place where you come back to every day. Respect it. When a woman is on her way to work, when you see her on a college campus, this is a good time to approach. A densely populated place is a perfect place to meet women. You can realistically meet women anywhere, even at grocery stores. You can also meet women at clubs and at fancy bars. They'll be there.
Let me stop it and take it down.
Okay, that dude's single. That guy should not be giving relationship advice.
Well, he was saying, I don't know if he's single or not, but he was saying don't do it at work and don't do it at the gym. He said that would perceive awkward. Work is the place you come back to. That's where I
got my wife, Connie. My wife, Connie, I'll give you a perfect example, right? Okay, back in the day, I used to drink a lot. But my job is in sales, and I have to hire a driver because no one wants me driving their vehicle when they, drinking and shit. Anyway, people knew that about me, and so I always hired a driver. Well, this one day, this dude was supposed to work with me, and I wanted to go one place, and he goes, "No, I can't do that because I'm on parole, and my parole officer says I'm not allowed to go out of the state." I said, "Okay, well, you just lost your job." So I went across the street to my buddy's house, and his friend comes over, Connie. I said, "Hey, Connie, you got a driver's license? Can you drive a truck?" She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, you want to get paid? Cash every day." She goes, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, you're my driver." I went back over to my boy. I said, "Okay, you're fired." So, and Connie, she worked with me for 7 months, religiously, because she liked to get her chicken, liked to get that money every day. And one day we're driving along and she goes like this, the sweetest thing ever. I said, "Connie, what do you really want?" And she's a widower, she was with her old man for 30 years. And she goes, "I want someone to love me just the way I am." And I went like this, deal, bam. Put my hand out there. I said, "Me too, motherfucker. Let's go." Everyone hates my ass. I'm loud. I'm obnoxious. I'm that nasty motherfucker that just pisses everyone off. And if you can put up with my ass and I can put up with you, we're solid. And we've been together 5.5 years now.
It's strangely romantic, and it's cool. What I would say about this video.
Everyone loves my wife. Yeah, everyone loves Connie. But it's about asking that question. If you can get to the point in any relationship where you can ask, "What do you really want?" And they give you that answer, and they're looking at you with those doe eyes going, "I want someone to love me just the way I am." And someone goes, "I got you." It's done. It's over. Lock it up.
And y'all had time to work together. That's why I say, it's no.
We still work together.
Know how.
5 years later, she still runs my business.
Yeah, there's no how as to how you meet somebody, where to meet somebody. Again, they named like they did the store, and then one thing said not the store. You meet people where they are. It doesn't matter.
Right.
If you feel the
I gave a girl $20 at the strip club, and she gave me her phone number. It was 8675309.
Not the number. But you have to have the courage to go.
I asked Althea for her number because I wanted some jungle. I asked Althea for her number. I want some jungle fever. She goes, "You better ask my wife."
Are you still talking over her? Like,
go ahead, Phoenix.
Did he go inside? Get it, girl.
Go ahead, Phoenix.
All right, so Althea, and what do you think's the best place for a man to approach you? That would be a better question because you really want to get the intel from the woman's side.
Damien, can you hear what Phoenix is saying? She's trying to tell you. She's trying to say something. Okay, let's listen to Phoenix. Go ahead, Phoenix.
You know what? What I'm saying was, it doesn't matter where you meet the person. There's never a perfect place. There's no specific place because people are everywhere. If you have the speak to them, if the only thing they can do is say no, either yes or no, give you a few, get on my face. That's the only thing. So all these, the best places to meet is wherever you see a person. Hey, how you doing? And that goes for women too, because women can approach men too. I'm being scared. Sometimes it's our fault why we don't have somebody because we not take the initiative and approach. Men like to be approached too. Men like they're attractive. And
y'all shut up in the comments. Oh, y'all shut up. They just talking about me being big bad. Well, my bad, Phoenix. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's why I was laughing. But yeah, that's all I was saying. It really doesn't matter. They say at college, wherever, people are everywhere. There is no specific place to meet a person. You never know how it's going to be. You can be walking out the funeral home and you might meet your wife. You might meet your husband. I mean, it just doesn't matter. It might give you a hug because you're crying, and next thing you know, y'all done formed a friendship and a relationship. I mean, it just does not matter.
Yeah.
That's right.
That point is true. You can meet him anywhere at any time under any circumstances.
Like Trey was.
Well, I look back at my past relationships and I think about where I met them. Like my second wife, Jennifer, she was the manager of my apartment complex in Fort Myers, Florida. That's how we met. Actually, that's how I met her. She met me because I was out at the club with my boys trying to get some pussy. No lie. And she just walked up to me, and I used to mispronounce my name because my last name is Seaman, but I pronounce it Simone to make it sound like suave and debonair. Wrong. Anyway, so she came up to me in the middle of the dance club, and she knocked me on the shoulder, and she goes, "Hey, Mr. Seaman." I said, "Oh, shit." She goes, "Hi, Jennifer." And, we were together for like 7 years, popped out a couple of kids. My first wife, we were high school sweethearts. I met her in band class. She was second chair flute. I was first chair tuba. Then again, I was the only tuba player. I was the only one who could hold that big ass motherfucker. So, it also depends on where you meet the person. If you meet someone, you start up a little dialogue, that's where it all starts. It doesn't matter where it's at. Like you said, it could be at a funeral. It could be at a truck stop, like my older brother, who cheated on his wife with the checkout girl at the truck stop. He went and got her pregnant. So, I mean, you can meet people everywhere. It depends on who wants the vibe. And it doesn't really matter where you're getting it. It can be awkward. And some of the best times to get in a relationship is when it's awkward. Like, holy shit, I met you at a grocery store. Holy shit, I didn't think I'd meet you at church. Or holy shit, I didn't expect I'd meet you at a damn truck stop. But you're the shit, girl, and I want to be with you the rest of my life. And for most relationships, the rest of your life is about 5 years. Well, for me anyway. Some people get the 7-year itch. I'm scratching at 6 months. I'm like, all right, we've had this conversation enough. That's my 2 cents. I'm sticking to it.
That's your 2 cents and sticking to it.
I'm sticking to it.
Thank you for your 2 cents. Trey, you have anything to say? Trey.
Blackout.
Oh, he coming.
What happened?
So what's your input on this?
Nothing.
Well, hold on. I also have 2 children that are gay. So, I mean, I think that video was talking about where men can meet women. That's totally heterosexual. Right. So where is it that my daughter, who has been with her partner for, I don't know, 9 years, and, you know, she was a straight person for a while, popped out a couple of puppies, my grandkids. That's what I call them. They're all puppies. But when you're talking about gay people, where do they go meet? Do they all go to the bathhouse if you're a man? You know, I mean, are you going just to the gay bar to find a guy? If you're a lesbian, do you just go to the lesbian bar? Do you go to, you know, where lesbians hook up? Oh, no.
The people don't get hollered at on the street no more? How about the street? How about somebody saying,
oh my God. No, that's totally gay men.
All these
gay men.
Gay clubs and shit.
I wish Steve was on here right now. Let me tell you.
Maybe it's in person.
Yeah.
Hey, it is a good question, though, Althea. You know, where do you meet the right person? I think should be the context. Where do you meet the right person? Who the fuck knows? You never knew. If you
like I said, my line's jumping, and I'm appreciative that my line is popping. So I don't know where y'all meet people at, but you can meet people anywhere. Like Phoenix
where do you meet them, Trey? Where do you meet? Where do you meet your? Where do you meet who you want to get down with? Trey?
Anywhere they want, anywhere they see me at.
You didn't hear what I just said?
Okay, so
what'd you say, Phoenix? My
yes,
bad.
go ahead.
Huh? Your microphone. What'd you say, Phoenix? Yeah, it was kind of like silent.
Hear me? Can you hear me now? I say you area codes. You ain't got time to be playing now.
Oh yeah, you know, like I'm out on a hunt, but it's you a magnet. I don't know. Your energy matters. So if your spirit not sour, like you should attract people that see you. Just you know,
I'm well over a half a century old. So you know, back in the day, we didn't have eHarmony. And fuck eHarmony, by the way, it fucked up my computer.
I don't use none of that.
But again, we've got totally different ways to meet people now that we didn't have when I was a child. I mean, shit, when I was a teenager, the best place to go meet a girl was at the roller rink. You get down there and you could do like
social settings, But I don't want to be nobody's thumbnail, so I would never be on an eHarmony or nothing because I'm not a thumbnail. I'm Trayvon. So.
You know, you go out to a gathering with a bunch of people and you're hanging out with your fellas and you're like, oh, that girl's looking at you. You know, you're a teenager, you're at a picnic or something. Come on, man, go talk to her. Go talk to her. You got your homies, you know, setting you up to go see if you can get some digits or whatever. And that's like, like Matt Damon and what's that one? Not Saving Private Ryan. What was the one? God damn it, I just lost it. Anyway, the one where he was a real smart kid, and he goes, hey, how about them apples? Right? Damien. I got a number.
Damien.
Grand Rising, Beast.
Hey, Good Grand morning.
Grand Rising.
It was good.
A great show last night.
Hey, Beast, where's the best place to go meet women, bro?
Yeah.
Church.
Said that one too.
Church. I don't know. If for a woman, I don't know if that's the best place to meet men. So, because it's the different on the diaspora versus the men's side versus the woman's side. I don't know. That's a good place to meet the men.
There's plenty of people getting married at my church. That's all I got to say.
Man, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you're a woman, they're looking for a good guy and everything, you would normally go to church, right? But the guys are looking for something. I guess it's the amount of women looking for men and the amount of men looking for women, because it's different at church. When you go to church, there's a bunch of playboys or freaky deacons.
There you go. But always negative. No, you know what? There actually is a lot of good men there too. There's a lot of good men everywhere. You just have to get out of that playboy and freaky deacon mind. If that's all you're thinking about, then that's what you're going to attract.
Well, that's true if that's all you're thinking about. But people think about, I don't know. People think about a lot of things, and a lot of things happen. And what about the stuff that you actually see go on in the church? Don't that
I was getting ready to say
your opinion?
I would not recommend church as a place to pick up women or men. I was a church girl. I was raised in a church. I recommend you meet them outside the church. You can, spot them, but being in church is usually a front. You have, you putting on a front or falsehood while you're in the church. You meet them and converse with them outside the church so you can see who they are for real. Okay,
you do that anyway.
I know, but I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with having interest with someone in the church, but there's a lot of covering that happens there. There's a lot of covering that happens in places where you have to behave a certain way. So if you're in a place where you have to behave a certain way, if you're interested in, hey, meet me here, let's go on a date. It's nothing wrong with that, but you really want to see the realness of the person that is in the church or realness of someone you work with, because again, that's a place where you have to behave a certain way. So it's best, but because I grew up in the church, I saw a lot of things. And
that's true.
It's best to, to really get to know that person. Just because they love God don't mean nothing. We all love our creator. We all love or are appreciative of being created, but we're not all right. So
thank you.
That's what first of all, none of us are right. Let's
I know that's what I'm saying. We're not all right. So which means
not all. Nobody is right. Everybody is wrong. Everybody is having.
But Rodney, most people have. When people are in the church, they put them up on a pedestal. They think that they are in the church, that they're better and they expect better from them. That's why I'm saying that. Now, it is a great place to meet people, but don't put them on that pedestal because they are a deacon or they're the pastor or
don't go for the pastor or the deacon.
No, I'm
all right. So here's the theory. All right, I got y'all. Y'all ready? Okay. Here's the theory for dating in church. Okay. When you go to church, the first thing you want to do is you want to stay away from all the people in the congregation. Okay. Because the congregation are all new Christians. So those are the ones that you talking about. The ones that are putting on the fake, acting like they this, acting like they that.
That's all of them, Rodney.
Then you want to stay away. Hold on, just hear me out till I'm done.
Okay.
Then you want to stay away from, of course, the pastor and the deacons, because all they're going to have you doing is working in the church. They're not going to have you dating them and doing this and that and the other. You got to go for the choir, okay? The choir are where all the confirmed reformed hoes are now transformed.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not at the point where they're at the pastor, and they're not at the point where they just starting. Right there, they got responsibility. See, the choir got to be at church on Sunday, so they can't be out Saturday night. They can't be out Friday night partying because their voice got to be good for Sunday. So that's what you do. You target the choir. Now, for a lot of this, the men's choir, there's the women's choir. You know what I'm saying? Or you target one of the sound guys. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same thing. The sound guys got to be there on Sunday, so they can't be out partying all night and this, that, and the other. So there's a philosophy for that. So there you go. That's what you need to do. That's your answer. And I just solved all your problems in one thing.
You just made a problem, Rodney. The choir and the sound people are the biggest hoes.
And the band members, don't forget the band.
They gotta be there on Sunday. No, they're not.
No, they there. Oh, that's
so
they there.
The pastor gotta be there to study, and the deacons.
Well, the pastor have you working in the church. You don't want him.
Right.
You don't want him or the pastor's daughter. None of them. Nah, you want to stay away from them. Anyway,
the pastor's children are terrible.
They wild.
I gotta log back in. Hold on.
Well, we good. Go back. What was your suggestion then, Phoenix?
Everywhere. You mean I have no issue with you getting from the church, but I want people not to have that expectation that they're going to be perfect because they're in the church. That's what I was saying.
Right.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I know, but people, we put people on pedestals unnecessarily. And when they say, hold on, you hear me talking. When they say you had, I'm going to the church, that's the best place. You have to remember that they're still human. Whether they've been in the church for 10 years or 10 minutes, They're still human, just like we are. So we can't expect the church to be the best place, because the church will be the hospital where you get treated. So it don't matter if it's the pastor on down to the daggone choir person or down to the usher. Don't put that expectation that they're going to be the best person for you and they're not going to have flaws. That's all I'm saying. Get to know them outside of the house of the Lord. But anywhere is where you can meet somebody. You just have to have the courage to do it. Hey, Alan.
But hoes ain't just in the church too. Hoes everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Hoes everywhere. Yep. I just want to lower my ratio of hoes.
You ain't
know what I'm saying,
that, honey.
I'm lowering it in there. I don't care what my church is lower than it.
You don't know
my church is lower. I don't know what church you go to. The greater.
I don't go to church anymore. But what I'm saying.
There we go. Well, all right. Well, I'm talking from my experience. Then.
That's all we can talk from is our own experience.
But what
because everybody experiences something different.
It's not just mine. It's very frequent. Just because you have to put on a face. You're not going to know people's business.
Not everybody puts on a face in the church. I don't put on a face. I can promise you that.
Well, we know you don't hide nothing.
Yeah, so therefore, a lot of other people don't shit. People in my church, they honest as hell. My pastor's son talked about his addiction to porn. That joint threw me off. I had no idea.
Good. That's good.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about what church you go to. You know what I'm saying? There are churches, like you said, that they do that, but there are churches like mine where they are upfront. We have what's called Tough Talk. It's called Tough Talk. You come in there on Fridays. And they talk about everything. They ain't no hiding. People ain't got no cloaks on, this, that, and the other. You know what I'm saying? It's where you bring. When my pastor's son said that, he said the reason why I don't have my phone is because I threw it out the window because I kept on watching porn on it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa. I was like, what's going on here? Like, yo.
Well, that's good. Again, because the church is supposed to be the hospital. Therefore, you are supposed to come and be freed and delivered and healed from those things that afflict you. So I'm grateful that you are in a place where that is happening. But again, he has a porn addiction, which means he's human. If somebody were to come to him knowing he's from the church, they would expect him not to have those things. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
you have to take that expectation off because we're all human. You know,
I want to inject this. Gerald Brown said, "Holy hoes are the best, and they don't require much. They don't require much lubrication."
Oh, yes.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Hey. Thank you, JB.
And Mr. Brown, my wife is a pastor's daughter.
Just so you know. So then we just say something about
just so you know.
Vicky dad is a pastor. Oh my
Hell
God.
Yeah, both his dad and mother.
Oh God! Oh my gosh!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
I got that cooch that was prayed for.
Who are you talking about with a red shirt on?
You talking about me? I'm sorry, I was eating. I didn't want people to watch me eat, but talking about me. But yeah, I was. Yeah. I got.
You got on a Redskin shirt.
I got that prayed for cooch. I'm happy. They prayed for it before it came out. Once it came out, prayed for it for the last 45 years. That's good. Beautiful. That's that good.
You got the pray for.
It's been blessed and sanctified. Thank you.
His cooch was set up and ordained for him, Weezy. So
most grandmas prayed, grandpas prayed, everybody prayed, and now you praying on it. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But
and I wish my wife.
And back to what Louisa said.
I would like that. I love you, baby. I love you, baby, but I'm tired.
But you what? What'd he say?
I said, I'll nudge my wife. I'm like, can I get some of that little strawberry shortcake you got in there?
You're breaking up
like this, man. Half the time she's like, I'm just tired.
Is that the phone?
No, that's him.
That's him.
Oh, well, go ahead and take him off then, because this signal ain't hitting.
Damien, go out and try to go in and go out because you're sounding like a robot.
Rodney is hilarious.
Sound like a robot?
Yeah, you going in and out. You're not clear, baby.
All right, do I still sound like a robot?
Okay, keep talking and say something else.
Do I still sound like a robot?
Yes, you still messed up.
You say you still messed up your signal.
Went too far from the Wi-Fi. All right, we can go ahead and talk about what else was y'all talking about? What else?
Well, that's what
do you have another video, Reese?
Yes, I do.
Where else to meet men and women too?
No,
go meet them. Go meet them where y'all have the same problems. You're an alcoholic, go to the bar.
Oh Lord.
If you're a drug fiend, go to the marijuana place or whatever, so that y'all have something in common right off the break.
Oh my goodness. Marijuana.
And if you're a sex fiend, go to the porn store. Whatever you into, that's what you need to find somebody who into that same shit. Because if you're gonna do wrong, you might as well do wrong together.
I wasn't the question wasn't asked on the women. I was just asking the men. The question was asked to me, where do men go to find women? I didn't think about where the women go look for me. I wasn't doing that on the female side.
Yeah, but it's the same because you got to flip it, because most women are looking for men, and most women who are looking for men are not out there so they can be found. So you have to put that out there too.
Is that right?
Okay.
It was never the plan.
Is that right though? Is that what women do? They just shut down and wait for you to come to them? Take them out?
I don't know.
If they've had, different disappointments in relationships, stuff like that, they kind of hide away, and they
that's the tricky part. That's it.
Or an anxiety in a way, and men do too. When men, I've noticed some men are very, they turn to homebodies when they've been hurt, and it could just be one person
or hostile. I noticed that they get hostile with women.
It's a few because a lot of men have been heartbroken, but they still, are looking for their woman. And there are a lot of women out here who have experienced things and don't hold the grudges and don't allow themselves to become bitter, and they go and look for things. So, you just have to learn how to deal with your problems and let them go. Right. So that you can be empty and have a clear canvas for the person you are looking for. It's unfair to hold those things that you experience in your life over somebody else's head. You got to let it go.
That's the second reason why women should be going to church, because shit, if you don't find a man, at least you might get yourself healed too while you're there.
Yep. And therapy.
Hey, Ricky.
Therapy is important.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you're going to the right church,
Ricky Starks, that's the eBay.
Man.
Thanks for watching.
You might want to go to the right church, get clapped, or get Jesus. You might get both. You never know.
Daryl said men don't go far because men are visual. Josh said, "Why would?"
That's my question.
Yeah, Josh.
That's what I want to know.
What question?
The one you was just reading.
Oh, okay. Josh said, "Why would a guy ask a woman where to meet women?" Alice said, "Men have no certain place. We are hunters. We can see you anywhere, and if we're attracted, it's on." Aquarius said, "Well, Rodney, I have to agree with you to some extent. I actually was just getting into real estate, purchasing my second property. My boo face and I grew up Muslim. In a Muslim community, he's heavy in real estate as a civil engineer. He's taught me so much. I have to concur with Rodney with politicking with someone who has like interests."
There you go. Yeah.
What's up, David?
And if you crazy and delusional, get you somebody crazy and delusional too. Shit. Everybody gonna be crazy and delusional together. That's how I look at it. I'm not talking about anybody. That's just an observation.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, funny man like to eat ass. I'm sure he's gonna get him a girl who likes to get her ass ate.
You know what?
1 + 1 is 2.
Every day, Trey. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Grand
hey, Connie, do you like me to eat your ass, Connie? Connie said she don't like me eating her ass. Right, Connie?
Connie said, leave her.
Okay.
You ain't eating it right.
That's not on our menu. It's not on the menu.
Anyway, that's Freaky Friday. My bad.
Yeah.
What's up, funny man?
What's up?
You listened to the show last night?
Yeah. All that I could. I was real busy last night.
I appreciate it.
Hey, David, how you feeling this morning?
I feel energized. I feel refreshed.
Okay, that's good.
We're talking about. Yeah, that's funny, man. Where he go to meet his crazy hoe?
That's what I was getting ready to ask him. Where do you go? Where do you go to meet women?
Where do I go? I mean, you can go anywhere. You can go to church. You can go to.
Where you go? You go on Facebook and say who wants to get their ass eaten.
Well, I'll tell you where I don't go. I don't go to the health department, and you know, man, I don't.
Wait.
I ain't gonna lie. I seen some baddies. I see some baddies there, but I said I am not. No, I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? Hey, our results come out good. You know what I mean? You trying to? No, none of that.
It's a nation with baddies, quote unquote. Why? Not just because that I have to tell my daughters that you're not a baddie, and I'm saying it in a negative way. You're a young lady. Baddie gives me a negative. I don't like that. So when I hear people say that, and I'm not talking about you, David, just in general, what is the why? Why?
I mean, that's the same as saying YNs and junk. But tell the truth, I'm recently just finding out what what that means. I keep hearing people talking about YNs, but
oh, okay, you just.
I mean, it's just I don't know. It's just a term. You know what I mean? Like if somebody was like, "Oh my goodness, she is bad." You know what I mean?
The baddies are the new thoughts. That's what Alan Williams said.
Well, that's why they in the damn clinic. What is it? So
hold on. Gerard Brown said go to abortion clinics because you know they fucking.
Oh my God.
I like it. I like the thought process, sir.
I mean, if that's all you're looking for, you know what I'm saying? You got to give them a few weeks now. You can't just think you about to get it right after that procedure. Because then both of y'all going to be in the clinic and she's going to be in the hospital.
What? I disagree. I mean, medically and everything. No, you are correct. But I have a homegirl that right after she got done giving birth, the dude was like he wanted some, and he said if you don't give me none, I'm going to cheat, and she gave in.
I know a lot of people that did
after stitch. I mean, this is like right after getting stitched.
Yeah, that's.
I'm good.
No, that's terrible.
That's
abuse.
So why?
That's the same exact thing that I said.
That's a selfish ass motherfucker right there.
So funny man, did you end up leaving her, or
we would not have fucking children? We would not have children if women couldn't bear that baby.
Right. Yeah.
You just can't. There ain't no way. If men could have children, my mom told me. I said, "Mom, what's childbirth like?" She goes, "Try pissing a grape." Fuck, man. And they got a head coming out of there, about the size of a fucking possum. Jesus Christ, man! You gotta give them some respect. Let that thing tone down a little bit. Tighten back up. Give them a ear.
I'm not gonna lie. Like I would have been gave up. Like my kid would have like grew inside me or whatever. No, I'm serious. Because you know what I mean. Like if I'm constipated, oh my goodness, and when I'm constipated, when I'm constipated on the toilet, that's when I start to think about you all and be like, wow, I don't know how on the road you all doing this, because I feel like just walk around with half that turd stuck in my butt. I'm
well, that's a new kink.
That's a new thing that you just displayed that you're into.
He didn't say he's a constipation. He's wondering, goddamn, he's got to push it out. His girl's probably gonna like pump his legs while he's on the toilet and shit. Rub his back. I mean, that's a good woman right there.
Funny man wants no fiber in his diet. He's like, nah, I want it to be as rough as possible coming out.
Hell no.
As violent as possible.
I'm banging my butt on the toilet and everything.
Whoa. Okay.
All right.
All right. We need to bring that. You muted up here if you're talking, but we need to bring that up for Freaky Friday. You know, who bangs their butt on the toilet? Funny man does.
I can't say too much about banging their butt on the toilet. I don't bang no butt on the toilet because I only got never mind. But I don't know.
But they said something. They said something about women giving birth wrong. They're supposed to be squatting or whatever like that. Yeah. No, by them laying down, they're doing I don't know, doing something.
Yeah, when a woman gives birth, she's supposed to be squatting. Yeah.
Traditional pull. We're going against the natural way that our body's supposed to deliver.
Right.
We're supposed to squat.
Right.
Aquarius said that's fucked up. Oh my God. Alan said her head game must have been trash if he needed some right after the birth. Also said, what the fuck? Alan says he eats butt and had butt issues. And then Aquarius got a long one that I wait for Louisa to read.
I'll read it when you finish.
Oh, I'm done.
Oh, he said, I've had 4 miscarriages and the second one was the worst. And I can attest how bad shit hurts when it comes to scraping the vagina DNC. So I can just, scraping your uterus. I can just imagine the beautiful pain of childbirth. And I literally had to wait 2 weeks to have sex because the pain was excruciating after being scraped and cut after my second miscarriage. That stuff is no joke.
Yeah, that didn't sound sexy at all.
That's good Tuesday, honey.
Sound like hurts.
It's not sexy. That's what women got. That's a part of what women got to go through. You know. Right. So.
Well, I tell you one thing, David. You need to eat more apple and more water.
I'm good. I'm good now. I mean,
well, just get you a gerbil. It'll take care of all that shit.
Oh my gosh,
I've been eating.
Hey, Jane.
Granola bars and the drinking moringa powder, the sea moss. I'm good now.
So that sea moss is you constipated. That Molly sea moss. Is that constipating you?
No.
All right.
Hell nah, don't put that shit on his brain.
This is when I used to eat
sea
meat.
moss helps you. Sea moss.
It's that snake you got in there.
Wait a minute, let me jump in with the sea moss. Sea moss is good for your digestive system and digestive tract, and it's a good source of fiber, and it also helps you move. Sea moss is not going to constipate you. Well, no one that I know, and on the label it don't say that. And taking it a sea moisture myself.
No, I'm talking about this wasn't recent. This was back in the day when I used to eat meat.
No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just flowing.
Now you just blow it.
Now you just blow it.
Now it's just flowing, right, Cream?
Funny man just taking strays left and right. No, we gotta leave it alone.
You need to put that vest back on. I already told him that. You need that. Ask Chow for that shit.
Right there.
Chow, get that joint back to him. Let him hold it for a little bit.
You done progressed from gerbils to snakes now, huh?
Gerbils to snakes.
The blowing meat. You is evolving.
Oh wow.
He is evolving.
You is kind. You is smart.
Metamucil gummy.
Yeah, you was important. Yeah.
Let me set up my second story. It's the second half. Time for the second part. Let me pull it up here. This is story. I'm gonna show y'all the big article first, and then you tell me. Here we go. Let me see. Put it in the middle.
My baby.
There you go. Oh,
a baby.
Yeah, that's my monster.
No, what type is it?
It's called a booty rattler.
You know what?
What the hell is a booty rattle? Okay, can y'all see what I have up? Can anybody see that?
We see it.
Okay, here's the next story, guys.
Bunn, an African-American, was only 14 years old when he was wrongly convicted on a murder charge because of his association with another suspect, Rosen Hargrave. In 1991, 14-year-old John Bunn was taken away by New York police for the murder of a prison guard, and despite eyewitness descriptions of the robber as a light-skinned male in his 20s, which clearly did not jive with his image of a teenager, the court sentenced Bunn to 9 years to life in prison, based solely on misidentification and Scarcella's perjury. His mother, Maureen, suffered a heart attack when she heard the verdict, and the family, which was barely supported by a single mother, fell into the abyss. Bunn was forced to spend 16 years in prison before he could even write, but he didn't give up trying to prove his innocence.
Y'all convicted and had a grown man in prison.
In 16 years, he continued to read books and study and wrote letters with his mother hoping to get outside help. And finally, in 2014, with the involvement of the Innocence Initiative in New York, the key detective Scarcella's multiple wrongful convictions were exposed one after another. In May 2018, the Brooklyn court overturned the original sentence on the basis of weak evidence and illegal procedure, ending Bunn's 27 years of wrongful prison. Before leaving the courtroom, he shook the judge's hand in an emotional thank you, saying it was the first time he had truly felt free in 27 years.
In 27 years, I've been fighting for my life.
The judge also patted his hand gently, as if to comfort John Bang's fragile heart. After his release from prison, Bunn filed a lawsuit against the city of New York and Detective Scarcella. CNN's attempts to reach Detective Scarcella were unsuccessful. Despite being exonerated of 14 murders, Scarcella remains at large and receiving a full pension. Even after his evil deeds were exposed, he once again stood in the witness stand for another wrongful murder case. Looking at all the people who have been forced into prison because of wrongful convictions, do you think Scarcella should be sentenced? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Not guilty of.
That was the question. Do you think he should be? Rodney off the bat said yes. Rodney, why you say yeah? How do you?
Well, I think that's one of the crucial biggest flaws about our police system is that there is no repercussions for the police officer. He can come up to you and say you did all these things, and basically it's up to his discretion, no matter what it is. Just like the biggest one is a resisting arrest. You can be hit with resisting arrest when you're not even being arrested. So that to me is what is amazing, that there's no repercussions. You could accuse a person of murder. You can say that he did this. You can say that he did that, blah, blah, blah. And then there's no repercussion for the officers who are out here. It's just find a person that fits. If you have any reason for it to fit, then that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? That's good enough. And it's up to then that person to prove that they didn't do it. You know, and it's as simple as wearing the wrong clothes and being in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're looking for a number one black male with black pants and a black shirt. And next thing you know, now you got to prove that you don't even know what the hell you supposedly got to prove yourself from doing. And everything that is said is going to be used against you, because that is the first thing they say to you. You know? So everything you say, when you interact with the police, even before they give you your Miranda rights, everything that you say can and will be used against you, even before you're arrested, even before you're there. And their job, they've been trained to catch you and to try to catch you in any lie. If they catch you in any lie, then that's enough proof for them to then start the investigation. So that's why they ask you, oh, where you headed, where you going, where you coming from, where you doing this. Because if they catch you in any part of that during that conversation, catch you in any part of the lie, they can now detain you, or they can prove, and it don't even have to be a lie that they prove. They can just feel it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? Because you can say I'm coming from work, but you don't look like you're dressed like you're coming from work. Then they'll be like, oh, that's a lie. You know what I'm saying? And because he didn't look like he was dressed like he was coming from work.
You have the right to remain silent.
There you go. Because he doesn't look like he was coming from work, I then searched him. So everything you said, and you can be coming from work, but just because whatever you have on at that moment doesn't look like to them like you're coming from work, if you said you were coming from work, that now gives him the fortitude, or what you call it, his presence, that now he can now search you because you told me you was coming from work and it doesn't look like you're coming from work. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what they do, and there's no repercussions. And then they say, all right, well, you fit the description. I'm gonna take you to jail because I'm gonna get this person to come ID you and all this other kind of stuff. And then when they find out that you're coming from work and you were at work at that time, then you still have got your time wasted. You've been detained. You've been all these things. And guess what? That cop, if he had did a little bit more investigation or asked you the right question, you probably could have showed him with your phone. Look, here's my work schedule. I just left work. I couldn't have did this crime at 2:00 because I left work at 4:00. You know what I'm saying? But he's not going to ask you all that. He's not going to find information for all that. Once he gets that assumption, then he's able to move, and then there's no repercussion to him.
But why about the cops? He was obviously he was a dirty cop. He wrongfully convicted all these people, and when they went back and found that he wrongfully
convicted, out of the fucking jail.
Now he getting
buried out of the fucking jail.
But no, he ain't, because he's white. Gerald Brown said this. He said, "Hell yeah, only black men or women are wrongfully accused." Oh darn it! It moved. Only black men. Can y'all see what
that's someone bad about black? It says known America with 3 Ks, even respecting orange over black.
So that man's not going to see not one day in jail, even though he put away 14 people, wrongfully accused, wrongfully testified. They wrongfully did his job. He won't see not one day, but those men seen years upon years, and it's really sad. And they should. I don't know what kind of punishment you can give him. I don't know. Do he go to jail?
Be buried out.
I don't know what punishment can be given, or how they would even correct that or rectify what has happened.
Could I tell a story?
Yes.
Okay, so my ex-wife was being harassed by an ex-pastor. How they hooked up or whatever like that. No, her and her ex-husband was going to him for marriage counseling. And he manipulated her. Now this is this, and it, her and the ex-husband, they got divorced and everything like that. Then years later, me and her hook up, right, and everything like that. And he was still obsessed with it. Well, anyway, I was over her house, and she was at work, and she hit me up, and she was like, "Hey, he's coming over. He's crazy. Now this is this, and whatever." I said, she said, "Just don't open the door. I don't want no problems or whatever like that." No. So when I looked in the peephole, I seen him, and I'm thinking in my head, I want to grab him and slope slam him and throw him down the steps and everything like that. No, but she said no problems, whatever like that. No, so I just kept it like that. Well, anyway, she leaves work, picks me up, and we was going somewhere, I can't remember or whatever like that. Anyway, the cops stopped us, and they said, yeah, we got an assault thing for for me. And I was like, what are you talking about? Said, yeah, Gary Curtis said that you grabbed him by the throat and threw him down the steps. Everything that I was thinking or whatever, but I didn't do or whatever like that. No. And I'm like, I didn't do that. This is and everything. They said, yeah, we didn't see no bruises and everything. He said, I believe you. He said, but because there wasn't a report, we have to serve you or whatever. And basically they said it was up to me to prove I was right in court. And I think a lot of that happens. And plus Also, you know what I mean? Also, you know what I mean? I do believe that, you know what I mean, there's some bad cops and different things like that and all that, you know what I mean? They don't want to do their job. So a quick way of just ending the case is just pinning it on somebody. You know what I mean?
If you watch The Wire, they talk about that, how they're forced to find answers. They don't care about, they don't care how, whatever, this, that, and the other. It's like, we got so many murders, you got to find somebody. Right. And then they charge, and he said, we'll build the case. Just charge him. We'll build the case later. So, and that's what I'm saying. They charge you, and they're still building the case. And then if they find out that you're innocent, they've already charged you. There's no repercussion. There's no repercussion for you. You've been in jail for this murder. And then, you know, just because you happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. The same thing that it happened for my brother. They convicted my brother of murder. And in the same instance, he was at work the whole day. But they did it. This is back in the 80s, so this is when cops was really dirty. But my brother said that they came in there and did just like you see in the movies. They took the murder weapon and slid it across the table at him, and he caught it to stop it, and then they put it in the bag.
Damn, that do sound just like the movies.
Just like the movies. He said they had two people who come by, open the door, stick their head in there, and say, yep, that's him. He did it.
Damn.
Same thing happened to Connie's son. Same thing happened to Connie's son. Now, he's not the best child. Trust me, he's not. I mean, he's got a pedigree and he's got jail time and all that. But there was a time where that same thing happened, where it was up to him to prove his innocence, and he was nowhere near the place where he was supposed to be. And then, so he got caught up, got fired from his job, and the cop finally had to admit that he was wrong, and that cop didn't get anything done to him for being wrong. It was like, okay, he made a mistake. Nothing. He got a reprimand, a written reprimand. That was on his record.
Another thing that people don't understand is police interrogations and stuff like that. No, like, you know what I mean? It's not how you see it on TV and stuff like that. You know what I mean? True, you know what I mean? They record and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But they don't show where they'll turn the recorder off and be like, hey, you know what I mean? If you admit to this, you know what I mean? We'll just do this, or this is this, or, you know what I mean? Or we ain't really looking for you. We're looking for your boy. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? A whole bunch of junk or whatever like that. No, that goes on in the police. And if you're young, if you're young and don't know and that's why you know what I mean? I was trying to, you know what I mean, knowledge to my sons and stuff like that. No, because if you're okay, it's like this. If you're young and dumb, and especially poor, you pretty much don't have a chance.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Well, especially if you're relying on when somebody give eyewitness testimonies and they lying or they not recollecting right. Check this out, y'all.
Many people probably believe if you saw an individual who committed a crime, you probably never forget that face and you would be accurate in your identification. But we know from real cases that eyewitnesses routinely make errors in their identification decisions. Human memory is quite malleable. Take a moment to think about a day and moment in your life. Think about what you can actually see in that memory. Do you see yourself from a third-party perspective, like a video camera, exploring the event? If that's the case, this is not a real memory. Your memory has been contaminated over time, probably from photographs or videos, or maybe even talking to other people. It could also be your imagination. At the end of the day, this type of contamination is not a problem for most people because it's happy. But for eyewitnesses to a crime, this can be extremely detrimental for an innocent suspect. We assume that if a witness says, I'm absolutely certain that's the person, then that witness must also be accurate. But our research shows that that's not entirely true. And as you can imagine, in circumstances where perpetrators carry a weapon, such as a gun, it automatically increases a witness's level of stress and fear. Witnesses tend to focus on the weapon that they're being threatened with. And when they do this, they're not able to focus, pay attention to, perceive other aspects in their environment. There's nothing law enforcement can do to improve or increase that witness's memory. But we know that law enforcement can actually do things to increase the likelihood of an accurate identification. And these are, in effect, the choices that law enforcement make during an investigation about how to collect the evidence, how to test a witness's memory accurately. When eyewitnesses and victims in these types of cases make an identification error and pick an innocent person, these are not intentional, malevolent identification decisions. These are witnesses who genuinely believe that the person they picked is extremely detrimental for an innocent suspect.
Okay. I didn't know that. I mean, I learned something new when I was watching that the police tampers with their memory. Can't tamper with your memory. And when you focusing on stuff, she's right. If you're being threatened with a weapon, you're not going to spend too much time looking at around other things. You're going to be looking at that weapon, making sure that weapon don't go off. If they got a knife, don't come, near you. But since she said that we may forget, but the police will go over stuff time after time, and then in our mind, and we was like, okay, yeah. I mean, it's just what our mind and what our brain seeing, what we can remember. That's something. And she said when the fear factor goes up, it's just like you can see or believe anything when you're threatened or when you're scared. And a lot of these people, it makes me feel like these people that gave eyewitness say, yeah, that's it, that's the person. How sure are they when they are putting people away? It's like, wow. And Gerald Brown said, okay, he said, we are just trained to stay on our game. It's been that way and it's not going to change. But don't take any disrespect no matter what. They have an innocence program now. That we got one in New York, there's one in Compton. I don't know if there's one here in DC, where they're working on opening and reevaluating cases so people can come home. And I think that's awesome. That just started with a group of students. And the Innocent Initiative. Have y'all heard of that?
Kim Kardashian started and got a whole bunch of people out.
Who was that?
Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but there's actually a program that's trying to get the people out too. No,
that's what I'm saying. She started a lot of these programs. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's how I start. Okay.
Yeah, it's called her Future Husband Program.
You know what?
Hey, you know what else is fucked up is that even that initiative program, there are clients that they've had that they call successes, where someone has been incarcerated for like more than half their life, 20, 25, 30 years, then they get off. But the only way they can get off is because the fucking attorney, hold on, let me finish. Their fucking attorney says, look, this is the only way you're going to get out, is you have to sign this document that you're not allowed to sue the state. And they're, okay, wrap it up.
That's what they're doing.
There's a lot of those.
They got it.
Yeah, that's fucked up. What would you do? What would you do if you got Althea? What would you do, Althea, if you got incarcerated? If you got incarcerated, misinformation, all that shit, and you spent the next 20 years, and then they let you out because they found some information that wasn't, true and all that shit. And then the attorney said, well, the only way you're going to be able to let out is that you have to agree that you're not going to prosecute the attorney or the cops or the state for putting you there. But you could still get out. Would you sign the document or would you stay in prison? I mean, that's a catch-22 that a lot of motherfuckers got to deal with. For real.
Your freedom is more important than anything. Your so-called, or the perception of what we call freedom in America is more important than anything. That's a crazy question. What would you do? You would sign the papers. Anybody?
I mean, of course I want my freedom, but I would expect that if they found out that they did something wrong, that I should be compensated for those fucking years that I could have made a living for my family, for my kids. I mean, I would expect that. But, you know, we live in America, and America isn't right in a lot of ways. And I wear this shirt out of hate. I can't stand the motherfucker.
Damien, unfortunately, my America looks different than your America. I would sign them papers and be happy.
Oh, God, yeah. Doesn't matter if you're white or black.
It does. It does.
How much money is worth your? Because I'll be like Damien said, I'll be seeing you know what I mean, they were like, oh yeah, he was rewarded 2 point some million because he was wrongly accused for 30 some years. Now this is this. And in the beginning, you're like, that's justice. But then it's like, wow, is his life only worth 2 some million? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. That's my point.
Like that's 30 something. Like if he got locked up at 18 or at 20, 30 some years, you know what I mean? Oh, where's y'all about to do the math? But
oh shit. Oh God, that was good. Funny. My man. Thank you, sir. My bad. I'm sorry. That caught me completely off guard.
But still, that's all that time. You know what I mean? He didn't miss time if he got kids. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? The graduations, you know what I mean? Mad funerals. You know what I mean? He missed so much. Is 2 point some million worth all that?
No, you can't put a dollar sign. I can't put a dollar sign on my life or nobody else's life. So maybe some people can sum it up in dollars and cents, but I can't. That's just me. So yeah. Anybody else? Phoenix?
Well, to answer Damien's question, for me, if I had to make that choice, it all depends on how I'm living in prison. So if I'm living like Avon Barksdale in prison, then I can stay in there. I'm good. But
do people really live like that in prison though?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
He's not wrong. He is not wrong.
Did you see the video? Did you see the video where Diddy is driving motorcycles and stuff like that and all in prison?
No, I ain't seen no damn videos. They got motorcycles in prison. Oh, David, you playing?
No, I'm serious. No, I'm
just saying it with some of them Fed pens. They like what you call it? My boy. All right, God bless us all up. My boy, he said his prison was like a old hotel. Because he got to leave and go to work and come back and all kinds of shit. Yeah.
No, he was in a halfway house.
No. He was in a prison. He was in a prison. But them Fed prisons are different. Some of them are different.
Yeah.
What do you think Martha Stewart? Martha Stewart was in there baking cookies and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It had some of them joints look like resorts. Because they, you know.
Then why put them away?
Because they want the money. Because prisons are, prisons are a business, right?
Right.
They're not.
So when the rich go to prison, they go to
the prison system and the judicial system are not combined. So they're not. The prison system is a business, and they need people in the beds. So they pay the judicial system to put people in those beds.
You got it.
That is 100% true. People don't realize that they are not connected.
No, see what I'm saying, or what I am asking. Maybe I'm asking it wrong because I do have a tendency to express myself and get mistaken and get taken the wrong way. What I'm asking, that the rich people with money live in a different prison than the criminals do. All the criminals, but the money changes the game. Then if that's the case, why put them in jail at all? Why can't the rich people just pay their way out, pay the jail the money?
They do.
The state would.
They pay their ways out. Yeah, they pay their way out too. It all depends on the crime. You got to remember, it all depends on the crime too. Because if you did embezzlement then they're gonna make you pay, and you got enough money to pay more than enough. Then you'll get that. You won't get no time. You'll get off on a embezzlement charge. Now, if it's murder, you got enough money to get the best lawyer. You get to pick your judge. You get to make sure that your best lawyer will make sure you get the right judge that's on your side. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff is all part of the game. You know what I'm saying? So if you got the right money, I mean, shit, has Diddy even been?
Hey, you guys gotta go. Gotta go.
Yet? Alrighty.
Has Diddy even had a court case yet?
No.
No. You think that? Why you think he hasn't? Because he got enough money to make sure that this shit is lined out as long as it can. He's staying in the best prisons in the best place that he can. That he won't be able to charge once he pays enough money. Half this shit going to start disappearing. Evidence is going to start disappearing. What is it? Witnesses start disappearing. That's what happens when you have money. You know what I'm saying? If you make your case take 5 years, imagine how much evidence can disappear in 5 years. Imagine how many people you can pay off in 5 years to make it so that when you get to court, it's totally different than it would have been 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to understand this whole thing. I mean, it is a game, and it's all for profit.
Yeah, but also money makes money. You know what I mean? I mean, you're talking about like 5 years. That's just if he's in there stagnant, not making any money or whatever. Like he's not going to have money to pay the lawyer, to pay this, to pay. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And I think that's what they're trying to do. I think they're basically trying to drain his money or whatever. Because
wow,
well, Puffy done robbed enough people that he's still making money out there.
Wow.
Long as people still making albums, he probably still making money. That's maybe why Mary J. Blige on tour.
Yeah, but yeah, but like people like Sting and stuff like that, I was making money off of him.
Yeah,
ain't there a lifetime contract of like 1,000 or something like that a day?
$2,000 a day.
A day.
A day. Yep.
Because of Missing You.
Yep. Yeah, for the rest of his life.
2,000 a day.
Yeah, for the rest of his life. So you know what I mean? If you know, and he was known for samples. So if he's owing this person 2,000, this is this, and he's not making money, but he's giving out money, his money's going to run out. Is going to run out soon.
Until then, he'll be living.
Well, I don't know. He got the money from Ciroc and all that. I don't know how soon is soon. He might got years of it. Don't forget, he got that big.
But that Ciroc is the reason why he went to jail.
Exactly. Yeah.
So they're going to make sure he can't enjoy the money that he won, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Wow. Louisa, what you got to say about this, honey? Anything?
No, it was all said. I don't have anything to say. It's just, well, the one thing I do have to say is it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty, but honestly, it's guilty until proven innocent.
Yep, exactly.
Prove your innocence, because again, these people are in jail for majority of their lives, and you cannot get that time back. Money does nothing for that time you lost. So yeah,
Right.
it's unfortunate, it's unfair, and like what was said, it is about money. That's just like these officers out here pulling people over because they have to meet a quota for the month.
Yep.
They pull people tickets for nothing. So it's all a game. It's all a game, and we're the players in it, or might be the people walking around looking crazy because some people are not connected. They're just going. So it is what it is, and it's unfortunate that people have to lose their life, not out of death, but just taken from them, being trapped in a daggone cell somewhere. It's slavery for real, and the money market is just too much. It's too much.
Now, if we know this, how do we make change? How do is it the rich, the elite? They got to make the change once they get locked up, because they can come together. If Bill Cosby come together, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, Diddy, if all of them come together and try to fix the situation or the system, or help the change situation, the people with money, that know it's wrong, that been wrongfully accused, why can't they come together and try to help the situation? Is because they don't.
Why the people that's benefiting from it, why would they want to change it?
Right.
Now, if we know this,
yep.
But not them. Like, how are they benefiting from it? How is Diddy benefiting from it? How is
that nigga in jail?
R. Kelly?
What do you mean? He ain't in jail. R. Kelly ain't had no real money. He should have sold his joint. They would have kept on letting them pee on young girls. If he had sold his rights, they would have let him keep on peeing on girls. So, you know.
Wow. Slicky said, my uncle did 32 years for being a red car bandit and had just came home from Nam before they found out that they had the wrong guy. Damn. See, that's wow. He said now he's pissed off again. Wow, Slicky.
Y'all better call. All I gotta say is this: y'all better call my boy Jonathan Newton. That's all I gotta say.
Who's that?
DMV. That's my lawyer. That's my man right there. He was on the show. We talked about that on the show. Hold on, I'll find a reel for you. Let me find a reel for you real quick, and then yeah. But we talked about on that show, and he said, look, it depends on. He was like, I asked him, is it innocent before being proven guilty or guilty before being proven innocent? And he said it all depends on the color of your skin.
Your skin.
That was his answer. It all depends on the color of your skin. So, you know,
and also,
play that. I'll find it.
Also depends on the colors in your pockets. You know what I mean? If you got the big greens, and where, like you said, you can afford a lawyer, like Rick said, you might be good. But if you got, you know what I mean, the copper in your pocket, you know what I mean, pennies and coins and stuff like that, then you're relying on a public defender who the first thing is going to say, hey, my best opinion is just take a plea deal, and this is this. You know what I mean? There's a lawyer that they call plea bargain cream, because that's all he says is, hey, they're trying to give you 40 years. It's taking plea bargain for 5 and 10 probation. You know what I mean? So.
But you said Jonathan Crane, Beast, the one to call. Where'd he go? Wow.
I think he's looking for the clip.
Okay. Wow.
No, he didn't say Jonathan Crane. He said Jonathan somebody. You mixed what he said and I said. I said plea bargain Crane. He said Jonathan.
Maybe. Well, I'll ask him the name of it in case you ever get it. He said that's the best DMV lawyer. So in case you get into any altercations or any sticky situations, it's nice to know who you can call that's actually for the side of the plaintiff or the defendant or whoever they representing. Because a lot of these attorneys act like they work for the other side. You know, I don't understand.
Right.
I guess they success rate. But wouldn't it be a greater success rate if you get somebody off that's innocent versus telling them to take a plea bargain and go to jail for a couple of years? Oh, you could do that time. It was not a hard time. You could do it.
But they lie. I mean, I understand what you're saying there, you know, but some people are just, I mean, it's all about the money. Like it's all about the money. Like I used to work at a place where I would see prosecutors. I worked at a bar called Coley Harry's, and it was
you said Coley Harry's?
It was prosecutors and you know, I mean, defense lawyers and stuff like that and all sitting there eating, discussing, you know what I mean, sitting there together and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, just like politics. That's like the Republicans and Democrats. Yeah, they're still all friends. You see all the shows. They just doing their job, and their job,
right,
It's to chuck and jive the people. And that's what they do. You know, like Louisa stated earlier, she said you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. But here in America, it seems like we guilty because we got to prove our innocent. They automatically say you're guilty and you got to prove that you're innocent. You know, so it's really not you're innocent until proven guilty. No, you're guilty. And then they make you prove you got to go through hell and high water to prove that you didn't do something. But if a person get in their mind and think that you did something, they're not going to believe you because in their mind, it's in their mind. It's in their mind. That's where their mind go. Just like when you're talking to people, when you say something, if they don't believe you, they're not going to believe you because it's in their mind. Even if you prove that you're right, it's still in their mind. So, shit, we're at the mercy of the law of the people because anybody can get snatched up for any reason and locked up for any reason, and you ain't got to be the one to do it. That ain't freedom. That don't make me feel free because it can be taken from you at any time for any given reason. It's woo. Go ahead, Beast. What was the name of that attorney you said is the best one in the DMV?
Jonathan Newton.
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 Jonathan Newton. Is he a criminal defense attorney or
criminal defense attorney? Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Tell him that mentality sent you.
Look, my uncle could have used him a few years ago after they made him spend 1.5 years in jail for something he didn't do. But I guess my uncle couldn't be of use to them. They had him in their infirmary the whole time. And then they let him go. No, he stabbed the man, but the man jumped and lunged on him. He picked the knife up to protect himself. And the man jumped on him and the knife stabbed him. And they said that they could tell that my uncle wasn't maliciously hurting him or, trying to stab him because it was only one wound. And that was when the boy,
I was gonna ask that. You know what I mean?
Because self-defense, you go be like, get off of me, get off of me.
Yeah. I was gonna ask did he accidentally jump on him? How many times did he accidentally jump on him?
The boy jumped on him once and then fell back on the bed, on my uncle's bed. The boy was high and tweaking off of drugs. And my uncle got up and went to the bathroom and came back, and the man was in his room but naked. Saying that young boy saying how he gonna beat my uncle up. So my uncle grabbed a knife that was on the dresser. It was a kitchen knife because the little kitchen set was sitting on the dresser. It was one of those like the rooming house, and he just grabbed the knife out his dish thing, and the boy was like, "I'm gonna." My uncle was like, "Don't come over here. If you come jump on me, I'm gonna fuck you." Before my uncle could finish saying whatever you're gonna say, the boy jumped on him, and the knife went into him.
So if the boy was naked, are you sure he said that he was going to beat him up, or he was going to beat it up?
No, I don't know. Whatever, my uncle wasn't having either one. He older, disabled, he older dude, right? And with some health issues. So he was like, young man, nigga, get out of my room, blah, 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 blah. And the boy high, he was off of that, was it potpourri or Scoob? He was on one of them things. And he was like gone crazy.
Doing a synthetic drug is what
I'm
trying to say.
Yes. Yeah. And he went crazy. And they had the lawyer didn't know nothing. Me and my aunt, the one that y'all met, we talking to the attorney, blonde dipsy girl, must have been right out of school. We telling her what happened, and I'm telling her, did you do a toxicology on the young man that jumped on him? Did you do this? Did you do that? Why am I? And he go, he'd be better off if he had you as an attorney. Because she was like, we didn't do this, we didn't do that. He did that. We like, he is elderly, disabled, and the fact that this boy was high off for whatever drug and butt naked in his room and jumped on him. So they proved it and everything, but it took 18 months for them to say no, we wrong, no fault, no harm, no foul. You didn't do, defined innocent. 18 months for something he didn't even do. That was hard. It was hard on the family. It was like, what are they doing? Because they kept pushing the trial back, pushing them back. They kept, I'm like, jeez. That's hard. And what it's like to have that taken away from you. People, you got to get up when they say get up. You got to eat when they say eat, and you got to eat whatever they give them. And you in this, but he survived it. Yeah. But turn up Tuesday, the judicial system, we can't fix it. We can't tell it. What do we do? If you can't beat them, join them. Oh no. Rodney's, are they saying anything in the comment? David, can you see anything in the comments?
I'm sorry, I was trying to find that clip I was talking to you. Yeah, okay. I found it now too.
Okay, well, bring it on up. Let's see it. I want to see it.
All right. Hold on.
I want to see this.
All right, hold on.
Aquarius says, hey, Chow Bout, good afternoon. Chow Bout says the warden runs the jail, so if the warden is willing to take some money for his personal gain, then they live in how they want to live.
Then we need to look at the wardens then. We need to look at, right?
Who's going to look at them? The wardens are not, you got to understand that that's a business. That's like saying you got to look at the president of the company. There's nobody else. He's the CFO of the company or the CEO of the company, the warden. So therefore, who's going to look into it? Because there's nobody to look into it. The judicial system can't look into it because the prison is a separate entity. Just like it's crazy because that's something I learned when I was dealing with my nephew, because we was trying to get him in a certain facility. And the judge was like, I can't say where he'll go. I can't do anything as far as that because the prison is different. He goes, true? Yeah, 100%.
I thought they used to be able to tell you where they're gonna put you.
No, they'll tell you where they're gonna put you if the prison comes to the judge and say we need 15 people in there, then he knows that that's the prison you going to.
Oh wow!
You know what I'm saying?
I used to think that if you're like a Marylander, they'll put you someplace in Maryland so your family can see if you did something real bad. But it's
not if they got 30 beds in Louisiana and they need people to stay in there. No.
Jeez, Louise, gosh.
Yeah, we try to get my brother.
Oh wow!
We try to get my brother up here. He's from Winchester. But we figured, here is close where, we could visit and everything. But they sent him to Jessup.
That's up here. That's where my family used to be.
Yeah.
I'm glad they didn't take my little ones all where we couldn't reach in my car. It might be a couple of hours drive, but golly, Louisiana, something like that. That's wow.
Go ahead and hit play.
Okay. Okay, I'm hitting play.
Is the volume?
Okay, the volume.
Given those numbers, do you feel that the statement that you're innocent until proven guilty is a real statement, or is it that you're guilty until proven innocent?
Well, it depends. And I'm going to say this on the record. It depends on how much pigment you have in your skin.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that one.
Me neither.
I believe it though.
I'm just going to keep it 100% honest. It depends on how much pigment you have in your skin. We have if we're being honest, right? There's absolutely no doubt that that Black and brown people are treated differently inside of our criminal justice system than white people are. And so when we take that into consideration, right, we have to really acknowledge that fact.
Girl, I love working here. Girl,
I don't know what that is.
I'd rather be doing than working right here quick and fast.
Even those numbers, do you feel that's something you got playing out? But anyway, a real statement, or you heard it's only 50 seconds until proven innocent.
Well, it depends, and I'm going to say this on the record. It depends on how much pigment you have in your skin.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that one.
Me neither.
I believe it though.
I'm just gonna keep it 100% honest. It depends on how much pigment you have in your skin. We have there's no if we're being honest, right? There's absolutely no doubt that Black and brown people are treated differently inside of our criminal justice system than white people are. And so when we take that into consideration, right, we have to really acknowledge that fact.
All right, thanks. I don't know what you got planned out.
That's in your clip, Rodney. But I did hear what he said. He said when it comes to the criminal justice system, that we are not treated the same. We know that. We see that all the time. But it's now unless you rich. Now if you rich, like I got money, that's something different. You could do jail time and not mind it.
There you go. Well, you know.
It's woo.
KJ says he's a good lawyer. He knows the law. Him and Tanya Sweat. And then hold on, it didn't blanked out on me here. What just happened? I went all the way up to the top, and then L.A. Josh Proston said Jonathan Newton, and then DJ Slicky Woo Boo say money you broke jail. I don't know what that means. As y'all know, us as Black don't stand a chance in this white world. And I got to get myself together, be back. I guess Slicky Woo Woo got all emotional. I don't know. But AQ says, I'm gonna be real, it isn't always about color. It's about who you know, who you're connected to, and then money, and then only money first when you're not connected to anyone of merit and notoriety. So she's basically saying is who you know, who you're connected to, and money is involved if you don't know anybody. I think that's what she's saying. That's what I got out of it. So, and I agree, money definitely is involved, and who you know always counts, because shit, you know the right people, like I said, evidence, witness, all that shit disappear. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get rid of you.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry to tell it. When you're talking about having a witness, my older brother Garrison, he used to be a sheriff in Potosi, Missouri, and they did a stop on somebody, and I can't remember what the color they were in the report, but there were 2 guns that were missing from the crime, and they just kind of like passed it over. Well, my older brother, the dumbass that he is, he gets hooked up with this 19-year-old girl that works at the Travel Lodge, and gets her pregnant and brings her back up to Chicago. They get into some argument, and she called down to Potosi and said, well, I know where those 2 guns are because Garrison took them. Well, not only did he take them, he did have them on his possession, but he was also a cop at the time that did it. So how much time do you think he deserved?
He needed
No, for real, because I can tell you what happened to him, but I mean, how much time do you think he deserved for stealing guns and then having to find out because some 19-year-old girl busted his ass out? There wasn't any witnesses from the crime or nothing. Just somebody just had a falling out with him and said, I know how to hook this motherfucker up.
Well, he probably didn't get any because there wasn't no charges.
Oh, bullshit. No, he's still in prison. He got the max. Not only did he put someone in jail wrongfully, but he knew that he had the guns, and the judge threw the book at him. So my brother, he's never getting out of prison for that one crime. He took guns from a crime scene that put somebody else in prison.
Wow.
He'll be there forever.
Well, he did more than committed one crime. He put somebody.
Oh no, exactly. That's exactly what the judge said, Althea. You committed more than one crime. You committed a crime on humanity, and you committed a crime on this man who did nothing. Nothing.
Did the other guy do a lawsuit?
What's that?
Did the other guy do a lawsuit?
Oh yeah, and he won big time. Few million, something like that. But my brother's still sitting in prison. He'll be there probably till he dies. I mean, he's in his 60s now. He's been in there for 15 years now. That was 15 years ago. Actually, 15 years ago when he got caught. It was 20 years ago when he actually committed the crime as a cop.
Okay. Was
and he thought he'd never get. What's that?
Was that money? They were saying like money plays a big part. Is it because he didn't have any money? He was a crooked cop, but did he have any money stashed away?
Oh, no. He'd gotten out of the police force. He went to driving truck over the road, and he just got into an argument with his 19-year-old girlfriend, and she threw him under the bus, and they came. That was the one piece of evidence that they were looking for, and my brother had it. And, you know, he had to finally plead guilty to 32 years, and then he's eligible for parole, I think, in 31 now. I mean, he's been getting in trouble in prison since because he's a cop and he gets fucked with a lot.
Wow. I ain't got nothing to say about that, but he's where he need to be.
Yep. And I agree with you. And that's my brother. And he is where he needs to be. You should have never done that to someone. You just snatched someone's life out of your hands because you thought it was something to do. And I'm ashamed of my brother's actions for doing something like that, but I can't change his actions because he's just like the rest of the white motherfucking cops that do the same fucking thing. And where I grew up in South Chicago, that shit happened all the fucking time. And then to have my brother, greater than thou, church going, all this shit, and he got hemmed up. To be honest, I was cracking the fuck up. I'm like, yeah, you always said you were the best kid, and look at you. Look at you. You did the worst thing. You put an innocent man in prison for 10 fucking years while you were out, running around just living your life. And, his mistake was he should have never fucked that girl from Travel Lodge. If he wouldn't have done that and given her all the information, if he would have not done that and fucked up with her too, he wouldn't be sitting in prison. That shit just would have been stagnant for the rest of history. And that guy would still be in prison.
Travel
so I know firsthand.
Thank you, Travelodge.
Yeah, because you're saying that the biggest mistake was messing with that girl. No, the biggest mistake is doing what he did.
Taking that gun.
What I meant by that, David, Green, I agree with you on that. But what I meant was his biggest mistake was as a criminal, even a cop or whatever you want to call it, he divulged information that was secret. That was never supposed to be given to a prosecutor, was never supposed to be given to a judge. So he fucked up on her, and he she basically pulled the cord on that news.
It didn't matter. It didn't matter if it was that 19-year-old girl or whatever like that. Either like a guilty conscience or just justice. Period. Is what how he, if even if it wasn't that 19-year-old girl, it could have been, something else to bring forth, that guy getting freed because of your brother's wrongdoings and stuff like that.
Well, he pled guilty to it, So, I mean, it wasn't like he tried to fight the charges because he was caught red-handed.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they showed up with SWAT teams and all kinds of shit looking for these two guns. and they found him, and he had him, and he knew the story behind it because he was the arresting officer. So yes, I know about it. And so he got his ass hemmed up. And that guy we were talking about before on the show, that cop that is still getting a pension, oh, fuck him. Fuck him. He should be buried under the prison.
Wow. I agree. It's a tough story. Well, this is all the time that we got for the Turn Up Tuesday. David, you got anything coming up?
Other than 4th of July, 4th of July at Mezzo's Bar and Grill in Cumberland, Maryland. I'm gonna try
for Mother's Day. Watch.
I'm gonna try to get you. To come down here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you to come down here.
I'll be at the Blue Room in Spring. I'll be at the Blue Room in Springfield featuring this Saturday.
Who's on the ticket for?
I don't
April?
know.
Who you don't have no comedians yet for your April once a month show?
No, not for April. No. The owner wants to wait until June, July.
Okay, so you're not going to do nothing for April or May, but you got something for
June
and July.
I'm just doing my own gigs. I'm not bringing everyone around I got gigs myself. I got to take care of.
Okay, so you're going to be at the Blue Room.
My 20 minutes of fame.
Is it going to be this Saturday?
Yep.
All right. Let me see. Well, tomorrow, if y'all can find me, boom. Let me see. I got the address here because I can't see it on the flyer. I can't even see the flyer. The flyer ain't even up. But tomorrow, y'all can find me at 1360 Oakey Street Northeast. It's called The Warehouse. Louisa and the gang, Louisa Rock and all of them will be putting on a comedy show. Plus, we got a musical guest. LC Stacks is going to be in the house. Letitia Soul going to be in the house. And this all is hosted by Simon Says. I'm going to be one of the comedians, of course. Your boy Reggie, the comedian, is one of the comedians. Miss Brown Sugar is the other comedian, and Miss Dreadhead. And you can find us all doing what we do at 1360 Oakey Street Northeast. So we're going to turn up for the turn up. And that's tomorrow, Wellness Wednesday. So that's one time for the one time. I just like saying that. I don't know what it means, but I like saying it. One time for the one time.
And also, we'll be on the podcast. The
podcast Thursday night. Yes, Thursday. The podcast.
Don't forget about tonight.
The podcast this Thursday with LA Josh Preston and Shoutbout and the rest of the gang. Yay! But you can't miss your Monday. Is going to be Dad Mentality. Boom. I got you, Dad Mentality. And then Tuesday, is that going to be the return
tonight.
of the knots? Or it's tonight?
Tonight.
Rodney, yours is tonight, right, Rodney? Rodney, yours is tonight, right?
No,
Rodney,
last night was
right?
mine. Last night was Dad Mentality podcast. My wife and her friend Miss O, who is the wife of Maddie Ice Cold Crypto, were on the show together and did their own version of Dad Mentality we called Wife Mentality, where they took over the show and discussed a lot of the changes that we had. And then
it was beautiful to me, maybe because I'm a female, but it was beautiful because they told me and shared with so much for me to look forward to when I become a wife and the things you got to do and the sacrifice on both ends. And I just love it. I love to hear the good stuff about a marriage couple, because marriage ain't easy. It's hard. Yeah. And they say, and they'll tell you it's hard. And when you got counseling or people you can talk to get you through those rough patches.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely. And tonight,
marriage is easy if you can get along with them. You know, I mean, if you can get along and you know, they got the right to say something, you got the right to say something.
And that's the truth. Everybody don't get along all the time every day. So for when those tough days come, you know how to deal with it and get through it, so you can have more beautiful days ahead. That's my part.
Like I said, and tonight is the season premiere of The Knox. Is coming back for season 2. We'll be doing a watch party tonight, starting at 7:30. The premiere will be at 8. LA Josh Preston should be coming through. I'm hoping Chow comes through. Funny man, I think you working, right?
When is it?
Tonight.
7:30.
Yep. I work.
I know Althea said she was coming through, and it's somebody else. I think Trey Money might be coming through. I'm not sure. Molly, I think he's coming through too. Molly ain't on here today?
Yeah, Molly.
Okay.
I don't know where he is, but
tonight 7:30. It'll be a great show. We're gonna have some fun, entertainment, and then just watch the new episode. LA, I'm sorry I didn't get your answer, your question answered yesterday. I meant to ask him if it's going to be longer episodes.
What was the question?
Are the episodes going to be longer since he's doing them only once a month? I got to find that out. I didn't ask him. I forgot to ask him when I was talking to him yesterday. But so it should be fun. We're gonna have a good time, and just watch the new episodes.
Yep, watch the new episode.
Tonight, 7:30.
Hiya. What up, everyone? This is LA Josh Preston, host and producer of the podcast with LA Josh Preston, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live and on Twitch. But in the meantime, you're listening to Althea McFarland and the Morning Mac Show. Hey, play with it, but don't play with it.
Sorry, Rodney. I'm trying to find the music. Go ahead, 7:30. That's where you were at.
Hiya. I'm sorry, what?
7:30. I got you.
7:30 tonight. 7:30 tonight. Yeah. Fun fact about LA Josh Preston: he was a wrestler back in the day. Before he became a comedian. Yeah, he was on. I think he was on Glow or some shit. I'm not exactly sure, but
Glow. Well, Glow is the Glorious Ladies of Wrestling.
There you go. That's where he was. Picking up women. There's the place to pick up women out there.
There we go. I'm glad somebody caught it. I was waiting. I was gonna sit and wait. Althea worked through the whole joke herself. I'm glad for you.
Because I know what Glow is. They probably like, what the hell is Glow? It's Glow Up.
Yeah, you want to see him on Glow? He was the LA Cash was his name on Glow. So with a K on the Cash.
David, I'm surprised you didn't catch that one. That was clever.
That was funny.
I didn't know what Glow was.
Glow is the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, actually.
Yeah. That's all right, LA.
I was in his former life. Before he transitioned.
Let me see if I can play the right buttons. If I'm not mistaken. Y'all keep talking.
Wake up with the sun in a steaming cup.
Okay.
Tune into the show where the vibes heat up.
Y'all
The
tonight.
Morning Mac got the flavor, got the glow.
Did y'all know there's Did y'all know that there's a pillow fight fighting league?
Yeah, I know. I do that.
I did, they get the championship belt. They get all that. I didn't know that.
Hey, Green. When can I go to pillow fight?
Hey, Green.
Yeah.
Since I got you live, I got a question for you. Do you want to feature in June? Not at the Hub. It's going to be in downtown Springfield.
You said in June?
Same pay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll hit you up privately. I'll give you the date.
All right.
I remember I wanted you at that show. It just happened that way.
Okay. Yeah.
You down?
Yeah, I'm down.
Is that the blue room?
Okay.
Wait, yeah. Hey, what is it? The blue room?
No, it's gonna be a Grumpy.
Oh.
It's a tight club. We always have a good crowd. It'll be fun.
Okay.
All right.
And you still get the same fare. All right.
Oh,
I'll hit you up later.
Details.
You just tell me if you're available. If not, I'll pick something to say.
All right.
All
right, y'all. Be good.
New ideas with the sun.
Wellness Wednesday tomorrow, y'all. If y'all got any ideas or any thoughts of our Wellness Wednesday, what you want to talk about, something, bring it up, and we will bring it out. What comes up, comes out.
Right.
Questions and comments, no matter whatever it is, we're going to try to get to it for you. If you ask questions, we're going to find the answer together. If this is a place for the good vibes to go. No matter what they say. But this is my bully boo. I'll be a bully. I'm an oldest.
I'll tell you what, this song needs a Grammy.
Oh, he was on the radio Sunday. They was playing his music on 94.3.
Bring your dreams alive. The Mac got the groove, keeping you in stride.
LA Josh Preston says Sauce in the City must be too busy or too expensive. LOL.
Let's ask him. There he gone. Because I should have gone ask him. I should have gone ask him. All right,
actually,
actually is what David laughing. Good, David. Come on.
All right, everybody send Reese $5 to her Cash App to help Funny Man to make it out to Missouri for the Springfield show. $5 is the new hustle, and we'll go longer.
No. When I talk to him, I'm gonna see about me and you going, Reese.
Me? Oh, that is so sweet. Oh, hey, okay, all right. Let's see. But he likes
Missouri ain't ready for Reese.
What you say? They ain't ready.
Missouri ain't ready for Reese. You better tell him, girl. You might find your husband out there. You know, go out there and find Reese, future husband out there. She ain't gonna know how to act. She gonna be looking at the bumps on his dick, asking too many questions.
No, I'm gonna just free flow. I'm gonna let it flow. See, I got more years behind me than in front of me, so I'm just gonna let it go, let it flow. I'm just feel the vibe, and if it's a good vibe, we have a good time. Boom.
She'll have a new theme music or be some country song or something.
She'll ask her stupid 3 questions. Do you know how to braid? Yeah, she got to find a man who know how to braid. We already know that. You gotta find a man.
No braiding because I'm cutting.
He can't have no physical defects, or else that's AIDS in her eyes. Yeah, he got anything wrong with him? No, he got the oogly booglies and the uppity oogly.
What the hell is the oogly booglies?
I don't know. Something you be making up and shit. You be like, oh, that nigga. Look, he got
the oogly blue.
All right, I saw he had a scratch on his back. He must have been fucking some bitch last night. You know what I'm saying? That nigga might have just had allergy.
Wellness Wednesday. Y'all sitting the stuff in.
You like, look, he done came in here and sneezed. That nigga got AIDS.